Highly Strung Hannah by Rob Chantler. This week, Joint Liability.
Morning, everyone.
Morning, Sir Charles.
Just came down to let you know that this Thursday I've arranged, well, my wonderful PA Hannah has, for someone from Ask Frank to come over and give a talk on drugs.
Why?
Well, because the scourge of drugs has crept through the door of Game Zone, that's why.
What happened?
Well, Lee said and all that. In any case, we can't possibly tolerate any use of drugs in the workplace, and corporate felt that an awareness talk would help make colleagues aware of the reasons why drugs should not be taken here at work, or indeed anywhere. So, main boardroom, 10 o'clock Thursday. Don't be late, as each department has a slot booked for their session throughout the day. I'll see you in a few minutes, Hannah. I know you'll feel the need to tell Karen what you know, eh?
Do I have to come as well, sir? I don't have a need for drugs, what with my tropical fish.
I'd like to see you snort one of those. Anyway, seriously, Tony, I'm afraid I can't make any exceptions.
That's annoying. 10 a.m. Thursday was my thinking time.
10 a.m. every day is your thinking time. And 9 a.m, 11 a.m, 12 noon.
Well, I have to strategise. I know the day-to-day things are in safe hands with you as office manager.
So come on, Han, tell me what this drugs incident is then.
Well, between you and me,
I just can't believe that Sir Charles would be the sort to make his staff do awareness training every time someone somewhere does something naughty.
didn't the university do something like that just before you got your editor's job?
Oh yes.
Well, we're all stuck with it, so if Alan's was still with us, he'd not be popular. I don't need someone from Ask Frank to tell me about drugs. I grew up in Birmingham.
Yes, well, I know we smoked pot at uni, but we were, well, everyone was doing it. We were young and reckless.
I was. While I was in the gents getting me jollies and smoking joints, you were in your room with a mug of cocoa listening to Radio 4.
So?
What sort of 20-year-old listens to Radio 4?
Me. I was brought up with Radio 4. My parents never listened to anything else, except Radio 3. Well, you might as well enjoy the talk, but it looks like you're going to get it, whether you like it or not.
I suppose. Sir Charles said he'd do anything for me except let me off this drugs talk.
What did Alan do, anyway?
Oh, it was really bad. I told Karen and her eyes nearly popped out. Thank goodness Anya was on leave or the whole company would have known.
Oh, come on, whisper it. Oh, my God.
I should not have to come to this talk. I was away when it happened.
Sorry, Anya, Sir Charles insisted.
What a waste of time. I should be running this session. There is nothing this Frank can tell me about drugs. One of my boyfriends in Poland, he was drug dealer.
Well, you always did go for the unsavoury types.
Hello everyone, I'm Penny and I work for a drugs information service called Ask Frank. I'm here today to tell you a little about why drugs are bad news and help you identify drugs if you come across them. I have some samples in this case for that purpose.
Things are looking up.
I assure you, we'll be looking, not touching.
A new experience for you, eh, Han?
Shut up.
Now
nice idea to meet up for coffee.
Well, I was at the university doing a lecture and I thought, why not?
And because you couldn't wait to hear about the drugs talk.
You know me so well.
Well, I'll have a latte and a blueberry and chocolate chip muffin.
I could really do with a brownie.
Why didn't you go at home? Oh, I see.
Goodness sake. I suppose I'm doing the honours then, am I?
It was your idea we met up and you earn more than me.
Yes, all right, darling.
Tighter than an earwig's arsehole, you are. Worse than your parents.
So, latte and muffin for you, and cappuccino and a brownie for me. And then you're going to tell me about the drugs talk.
Yeah, now I'm going for a waz.
Tim!
What?
Come upstairs, I need you. Now!
You can't get enough, can you? Where are you?
Josh's room.
What? What are you doing in here? Are you mad?
The drugs lady said a lot of teenage and young boys did drugs, so I thought I'd check Josh's room.
Josh doesn't take drugs.
Oh no? Guess what I found?
Well, it's not sanity.
Tim, look.
Okay, what am I looking at?
Are you sure you're a microbiologist?
You can't see germs without a microscope.
There's off-white powder on the carpet. Look here, by the bed.
Oh, yes. That's probably talcum powder or something.
Coke!
No, Josh wouldn't take cocaine. Where would he get it even?
Sunbury Cross.
What?
We have to find out what it is.
Washing powder?
Washing powder in Josh's room? I think not.
Yeah, well, as I've never done cocaine, I wouldn't know what it smelled like or tasted like or anything else about it.
Well, take a sample and test it to see if it is washing powder.
Put a bit on your tongue and see if you foam at the mouth.
Not funny, Tim. Anyway, look at what I found under his pillows.
A joint?
Indeed. We both know what they're like.
All right, anyway, Josh has a joint. Maybe it was to calm his nerves from the effects of his mad mother.
What do we do?
Well, you could confront him when he gets home from uni and then explain how you just casually found some drugs while you were just casually rummaging through his bedding.
Oh, I'll say I was changing his bedding all nice and fresh for his homecoming.
He'll never believe that.
We can't say nothing. We can't leave it here. We'll have to take it.
Right.
Oh, what if he comes back, decides to smoke it and finds it gone?
Well, he won't be coming downstairs and saying, Mum, Dad, have you seen my joint I hid under the pillowcase, will he? Anyway, we can't leave this lying around. We've got a Chief Superintendent next door.
Well, he won't be staying the night, so it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, if we do get busted, I think you should take the fall.
Why?
Because a drugs conviction could ruin Josh's chance of getting a job, whereas one more notch on your bedpost won't make a blind bit of
Oh,
difference.
charming. You should be the man and take the fall.
No, my CRB's clean. Yours is like a Wikipedia entry.
All right. Look, let's just rid of the evidence and pretend we never found it, all right?
What, flush it?
No, silly, smoke it.
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, when you've had a few drugs, you won't really care, will you? Just want a quickie for old time's sake.
Reminiscing, are we?
Oh, very funny. I mean, a quick, smoke. We won't smoke the whole thing or anything.
All right, on one condition.
Name it.
We keep quiet about the powder. I'll get my lab to analyse it on the QT, OK? Anyway, isn't it a bit risky if Josh is back from uni today?
Tomorrow evening, darling. The effects will have worn off by then. Anyway, I'll take a bit out and keep it for cakes first. Getting that beanbag out was inspired.
Yeah.
This is good shit.
I seem to remember when we smoked a joint together that night in the student union bar when we first met.
We did. There were lots of men there that night, but you really stuck out.
What were you doing staring at my... I see, well, yours was standout. I mean, you were standout too.
Oh, yeah. I bought a balcony bra, especially for the occasion. You know what we were going to do today, don't you?
What?
Record a new voicemail on the answer phone.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll do it later, when we're really stoned. They won't care if it's a really rubbish message.
Oh, Phil. Oh, you know, light-headed, like sort of empty in my brain.
And that differs from what other day?
Dear. Oh, good job. I'm a bit stoned. I'll take offence at that.
Sorry I doubted it, darling. This was a great idea. We should look for more.
More homemade cannabis cakes.
Yeah.
When this one wears off, we'll eat them.
Where is the answer phone?
I don't know. Answer phone! Answer phone! Where are you?
It's not answering. I knew we should have got a more expensive one.
Look, there it is on the phone.
We really should record that message.
Oh, I hate recording messages.
Well, do it while you're stoned and you won't care. It's crap, will you?
Good point. Good point. Okay. What do I do?
You push the red button, read the message, and push the red button again.
That's easy.
That's why we got it.
This is Hannah.
And this is Tim. And we can't come to the phone right now. Because we're having
No. Do it the other way round. So you say this is Tim.
Okay. This is Tim.
And this is Hannah. And we can't answer the phone right now because we're both stoned.
Dad!
Oh, hello, darling. Shit.
What's going on?
Your mum just told me a really funny joke.
You've been smoking weed, you're stoned.
How do you know what weed smells like?
I went to uni. Don't you know cannabis can cause mental illness, Mum?
I think you'll find that ship's already sailed, George.
Anyway, where did you get it?
Your pillowcase, young man.
What were you doing in my bedroom?
Looking for bed bugs.
Yes, well, you're adults. You should set an example. Look at the two of you. Off your faces.
Oh, haven't I been an naughty girl? Spank my bottom.
When the playroom's finished, I will.
When you're both sober, we're going to have a serious talk about this.
Yes, Josh.
Yes, Josh.
I should go next door right now and shop you both, but I won't.
Josh, thank you, Josh.
You two, go to your room.
Yes, Josh. Are we grounded, Josh?
Yes. The house still smells of weed.
Well, I can't smell anything, apart from you.
Dad.
Well, I'd just like to say that smoking that joint brought back memories, but I can't remember what we did.
Brain like an omelette. That's what happens when you do drugs.
Well, you do well to remember that too. Whose joint did we smoke, eh? Answer me that.
Yeah, right, fair point. I'll go.
If it's that dodgy tarmac guy, tell him to...
Don't worry, I'll sort it. Oh, hello, Chief Superintendent.
Come on, Josh. First name terms. We've been neighbours 4 years now.
Oh, yes, what can I do for you?
Well, it was your mum I wanted to see. Can I...
Do you want a tissue?
Whatever it is, I didn't do it.
Is that cannabis I can smell?
I've been fingered.
Will you keep last Friday night activities to yourself?
Yeah, a bit too much information there, Mum.
No, not that. I've been framed.
Mrs. Spencer, I won't call you Hannah on this occasion, as I think my visit might now be official business.
Right.
I came to ask you if you would reconsider your request to join Neighbourhood Watch. Well, with your criminal record, it could cause a problem, you see.
Right.
But I can definitely smell cannabis in your home.
Can you smell cannabis, Tim?
Well, if you'll let me. Sorry. No.
Possession of cannabis is an offence, Mrs. Spencer, even if it is only for personal use.
I only smoked one.
A joint?
Oh, come on, you know me.
Yes, we do. I was at a meeting at Scotland Yard last week, and I'm fairly sure Theresa May mentioned your name.
Well, look, sit down, have a cup of tea and some cake, and we'll sort this out, eh?
Well, I am very partial to a fruitcake.
Well, you should have an affair with my wife then.
Tim!
Oh, well, they were exceptional little cakes, Hannah. Warm and fuzzy. Nice tea, too. Well, I'd better be... what did I come round here for?
You smelled my cakes cooking and I invited you to stay because that's the kind of neighbour I am.
I think Neighbourhood Watch was mentioned too at some point, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. Well, let's just keep your application under review, eh?
Well, thank you, Malcolm.
Well, I must be on my way. Enjoy the rest of my day off.
Oh, good. Not driving then?
Not today. Why?
Well, I heard the traffic was, it's really bad round here.
Yes, well, good day to you.
Absolutely, that was close.
Yeah, well, I think we've all learned our lesson, haven't we? Josh, you will not bring drugs into this house, and we will not take them. Clear?
Yes, Dad.
Hannah?
Yes, Dad. I mean, Dad.
Good. Josh? You know when you said you wouldn't shop us?
Yes.
It would have been funny if you threatened to cross us up.
Or if Mum had exclaimed that it was a plant.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
I'm going to my room.
Did you find out what that powder was, by the way?
Yes, it was an antifungal, used for things like athlete's foot.
Josh isn't an athlete.
Oh my God.
Morning, Han.
Morning. Had a good weekend?
Yes.
Tim and I smoked a joint.
Did you?
Yeah, don't tell anyone though.
No, promise I won't. Bit risky, wasn't it, with a policeman living next door?
Well, yeah, we nearly got caught, but I tricked him into having some tea and cake, and by the time he was ready to leave, he'd forgotten all about it.
Really? What did you put in the cakes?
Cannabis, obviously.
Ah, and I presume this joint was previously the property of Josh?
Yeah, and we found some off-white powder on his carpet, but it turned out to be for athlete's foot.
That's the nearest to athletics Josh will ever get.
He doesn't do, Jim.
But you did, didn't you? Round the back of some nightclub.
Karen! It would have been round the back of Rackham's. To be honest, there were just too many to remember all their names.
Ah, Anna, thought I might find you here.
Hello, Sir Charles.
Jolly good drugs talks, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
I think the incident with a certain colleague was a one-off. I don't think we need to worry too much about drugs creeping into the company.
Oh, good. Well, you won't find any drugs on me.
That's because you smoked them, isn't it?
Hannah?
Tim and I smoked a joint at home at the weekend.
Oh, I see. Yes, well, what you do at home and all that. My Philippa smoked a trout on Sunday.
Did you run out of cigarettes?
I've come to take Tony for a round of golf. Well, he's taking me, actually.
Well, have fun.
I will. There's nothing better than a round of golf, except a round of golf you're not paying for. Hang on.
Well, Karen, tonight we're christening a new playroom. 50 Shades of Grey, you know.
So you're not referring to Tim's hair colour then?
You have been listening to Sue Ford as Hannah, Robert Chantler as Tim, Giovanni Tagliarini as Josh, Syra Kingsley as Karen, Geoff Buckingham as Tony, Karolina Leidtke as Anya, Doug Neal as Sir Charles, Robert Hardy as the Chief Superintendent, and Sue Dye as Penny. Highly Strung Hannah was written and directed by Robert Chantler. The audience coordinator was Matt Richards, and the producer was Victoria Lawrence. Highly Strung Hannah is a free theatre company production.